Preparing for civil service exam? Let's dive into peace and human rights issues. How many can you get right? Let's get started. 1. Which of the following is an example of a violation of freedom of expression in the Philippines? A. Criticizing government policies on social media. B. Arresting individuals for speaking against government actions. C. Supporting a political candidate. D. Posting personal opinions online. The answer is B. Arresting individuals for speaking against government actions. 2. Which human rights issue is highlighted by the displacement of Marawi city residents after the 2017 conflict? A. Gender-based violence. B. Freedom of expression. C. Right to housing and resettlement. D. Right to education. The answer is C. Right to housing and resettlement. 3. Which agency oversees human rights complaints and investigations in the Philippines? A. Department of Justice. B. Philippine National Police. C. Civil Service Commission. D. Commission on Human Rights. The answer is D. Commission on Human Rights. 4. Which group is primarily affected by the practice of endo in the Philippines? A. Students. B. Overseas Filipino workers, OFWs. C. Contractual employees. D. Small business owners. The answer is C. Contractual employees. 5. Why is access to mental health services considered a human rights issue? A. It affects a person's freedom of expression. B. Lack of access can lead to stigma and discrimination. C. It prevents people from learning new skills. D. It restricts political participation. The answer is B. Lack of access can lead to stigma and discrimination. 6. Enforced disappearances are often associated with which group? A. Farmers. B. Indigenous communities. C. Activists and journalists. D. Business owners. The answer is C. Activists and journalists. 7. What does the term red tagging refer to in the Philippines? A. Labeling individuals as communists or subversives. B. Preventing access to education. C. Stopping environmental activities. D. Reporting crimes anonymously. The answer is A. Labeling individuals as communists or subversives. 8. Which right is most directly violated by overfilling landfills in the Philippines? A. Right to a healthy environment. B. Right to free expression. C. Right to fair trial. D. Right to education. The answer is a right to a healthy environment. 9. Which group often faces child labor issues in the Philippines? A. High-income families. B. Rural and impoverished communities. C. Foreign diplomats. D. Urban professionals. The answer is B. Rural and impoverished communities. 10. Which sector has seen an increase in extrajudicial killings in recent years? A. Educational institutions. B. Anti-drug campaigns. C. Overseas employment. D. Small businesses. The answer is B. Anti-drug campaigns. 11. Which of the following is a primary concern for indigenous peoples in the Philippines? A. Access to social media. B. Mining and deforestation on ancestral lands. C. High import taxes. D. Job training programs. The answer is B. Mining and deforestation on ancestral lands. 12. What is the main reason for the No to Plastic campaign in the Philippines? A. To promote fashion awareness. B. To reduce marine and environmental pollution. C. To encourage online shopping. D. To support global trade. The answer is B. To reduce marine and environmental pollution. 13. Which of the following issues is related to the debate on reintroducing the death penalty in the Philippines? A. Right to life. B. Right to free expression. C. Right to privacy. D. Right to education. The answer is a right to life. 14. Which human rights issue does the red tagging of activists primarily threaten? A. Right to education. B. Right to health. C. Right to safety and security. D. Right to vote. The answer is C. Right to safety and security. 15. What is a common consequence of the endo practice for Filipino workers? A. Lack of educational opportunities. B. Limited job security and benefits. C. Increased healthcare access. D. Restricted voting rights. The answer is B. Limited job security and benefits. 16. Enforced disappearances are primarily associated with which human rights violation? A. Right to freedom of movement. B. Right to privacy. C. Right to life and security. D. Right to education. The answer is C. Right to life and security. 17. Which of the following is considered a barrier to fair and accessible justice in the Philippines? A. Limited access to social media. B. High legal fees and slow court processes. C. Inadequate language translation in schools. D. Complicated banking systems. The answer is B. High legal fees and slow court processes. 18. What is a common violation faced by children in impoverished areas of the Philippines? A. Child labor. B. Access to social media. C. Online privacy issues. D. Property rights. The answer is A. Child labor. 19. Which human rights issue is directly impacted by inadequate mental health services in the Philippines? A. Freedom of expression. B. Right to health and well-being. C. Right to assemble. D. Right to free speech. The answer is B. Right to health and well-being. 20. Which of the following human rights issues is affected by overcrowding in Philippine prisons? A. Right to education. B. Right to free speech. C. Right to humane treatment. D. Right to vote. The answer is C. Right to humane treatment. 21. Which law in the Philippines aims to protect women and children from violence? A. Republic Act 7438. B. Republic Act 9262. C. Republic Act 4200. D. Republic Act 10173. The answer is B. Republic Act 9262. 22. Which group faces the most challenges due to mining activities on ancestral lands in the Philippines? A. Urban professionals. B. Government officials. C. Indigenous communities. D. Fishermen. The answer is C. Indigenous communities. 23. Which of the following is a key human rights issue related to the impact of social media in the Philippines? A. Spread of misinformation and online harassment. B. Lack of online payment options. C. High cost of internet access. D. Limited access to online education. The answer is a spread of misinformation and online harassment. 24. Gender-based violence primarily affects which rights? A. Right to education and employment. B. Right to safety and equality. C. Right to privacy and property. D. Right to vote and free speech. The answer is B. Right to safety and equality. 25. Which issue arises from the high cost and limited availability of mental health services in the Philippines? A. Limited academic success. B. Stigmatization of mental health problems. C. Restricted freedom of movement. D. Reduced physical strength. The answer is B. Stigmatization of mental health problems. Follow us for more civil service exam tips and practice.